Hi there, viewers and gamers alike out there, and welcome back for more of Arkham Twin Days live stream of Phoenix Wright Ace Attorney Trilogy, presented by Capcom. And it was, well, to be honest, the last live stream video on oh my goodness, on the first game, the very last and final trial was not that easy. And to believe me, it is very, very, very hard for me to go through. So, yeah, it is very hard. I mean, to be honest, even if I can do a live stream that is live streaming straight to PlayStation Broadcasting, I mean, I'm pretty sure it is live streams I do and premieres and videos like this are like, I am not targeting the little ones because most of my videos, it's like, on an audience goes between the ages of 13 and above, 18 to 24, and 24 to 35-year-olds, and 35 to 50, 35 to 60-year-olds, if you want to know. So it is something for to do. I did the first game. I have not done the second game. Justice for All. This one is Trials and Tribulations, the third. Justice for All. And that is it. And I'm pretty sure this is going to be a very, very interesting one for me. So episode 1 is the Lost Turnabout. So this is episode 19 on the live stream. This is Alliance Teen, not Alliance Youth, for the entire Phoenix Wright Ace Attorney Trilogy. So, I mean, come on. I mean, I may be autistic, but I don't know everything from what's going on. Of course, I read about going to advanced settings. So do I put my entire settings of my entire channel that is made for kids or not made for kids? So, I mean, based on my analytics of what I've seen, it is basically a way above. I mean, I'm not having trouble. I mean, it's generally audiences for those people. I mean, come on. So, we're gonna do the Lost Turnabout for Phoenix Wright Ace Attorney Justice for All. I mean, everybody gets justice for all, but not when everybody is on the loophole. So, here we go. Phoenix Wright Ace Attorney Trilogy live stream, Justice for All, Episode 1, The Lost Turnabout. Oh yeah, playing the Lost Turnabout. I'm ready for it. How did I get into this mess? Run forever? Oh my! What have I done wrong? I cannot allow you us. But I'm just a simple defense attorney. Silence! You're no longer worthy of your title. September 8th, 9:08 a.m. District Court, Defendant Lobby Number 1. my guess is that that tune is J.S. Bach. Prelude and Fugue in G minor, or is it Prelude and Fugue in D minor? And I bet it was this ringtone that caused it. I really shouldn't be dozing off right before a trial starts anyway. Along with your friendly neighborhood spider cop as well. Looks like they hung up. However, I wasn't there for the trial. I kind of got there on time, but he, however, just knocked Phoenix Wright's head to cause a memory blank before I arrived. A few minutes later. So I just arrived a few minutes later, but I kind of had no idea that Phoenix Wright kind of doesn't remember. It's throbbing. And why does it feel so foggy in there? Good morning. Where's that fighting spirit? Sorry, but can you please turn down the cheeriness, please? My head sort of hurts. Am I in trouble or something? Wait, never mind. You're a policewoman, right? I thought maybe I had done something wrong. What? Yeah, your friendly neighborhood spider cop is understanding why he can't remember what is going on. Life in my hands? Not guilty? How am I supposed to explain this to Maggie Bird? That he kinda lost his memory. What is this girl babbling about? When you're off duty, you like to come here and what? Sorry. I'm afraid to ask, but here goes. So, this might sound bad, but, who are you? What? I'm kinda shocked as well. Phoenix doesn't remember. He doesn't even remember his own name. He couldn't remember me. I mean, something must have hit his head. No, I mean, I didn't mean it like that. Come on. I just don't remember. Just, well, I think you have the wrong person. I'm what? Hi, Kyle. How's it going? Welcome to the second game of Phoenix Wright Ace Attorney Trilogy, Justice for All. That's right. Justice for All. So Kyle, how are you feeling right now? No headaches or anything? Oh, I can see your emoji. It means The emoji that you put in tells me that you are all right. In other words, you got no headaches for the time being. Which proves that emoji means you are having no headaches. So that is great. Or should I say this? It's great. Awesome, Kyle. So, you ready for the second game of Justice for All, Kyle? Because I am as well. By the way, welcome back to the Ultimate Arkham universe, and also, ready for this second trial? Oh yeah. And oh yes, Phoenix Wright doesn't remember who we are. I mean, I remember him, but he doesn't remember his own name. He doesn't remember me. He doesn't remember you. He doesn't remember anyone else. We gotta jog his memory, or jog his memory. The trial will begin shortly. Will the defendant and her lawyer please proceed to the courtroom immediately? So, Kyle, may I ask, what happened to Damian Wayne? You know, the fourth Robin, of course. Yeah, he has amnesia. Let's see, what can I piece together? From the sound of things, it's probably safe to say that I'm a defense attorney. And that lady, I said I prove her not guilty. I can't believe I made such an irresponsible promise. Someone please tell me this is just a bad dream. Hi, Starlina. How you doing? Welcome to the second game of Phoenix Wright Ace Attorney Justice for All on the Trilogy series. I can't believe I was able to pull it off in 19 episodes on a live stream. Actually 18 episodes. I did it in under 20 for that first game. Wow, I did it in under 20 episodes. Oh, I'm doing great, Starlina. Thank you for asking. And and yes, and virtual hugs for everyone in the chat, including yourself, Starlina, no matter what. Because I do believe you deserve more virtual hugs because I care about you. September 8th, 10 a.m. District Court, Courtroom number 2. Yay! I love virtual hugs. Woo! Thank you so much, Starlina. But you deserve much more. Yes, I'll take some tea, Kyle. I'll have some spot of tea. And look, I'm drinking a spot of tea. We got tea, and hopefully there will be cake soon, like tea and cake. Court is now in session for the trial of Maggie Bird. The prosecution is ready, Your Honor. What is it, Mr. Wright? Are you talking to me? Come on, Phoenix. Do you see any other defense attorneys here? I guess not. Now then, are you ready? I guess I should say yes for now. Are you ready, Mr. Wright? Yes, Your Honor. Wait a sec. If her life is in my hands, I should really do the responsible thing. Actually, you see, Your Honor, my memory is kind of... The court will not hear the defense's excuses because the defendant is a member of the police. The case is under great scrutiny. Therefore, we must take this trial fair but swift. I believe I have told you this before. I hope you're not telling me you've forgotten. Actually, I have, but not Leonardo Wolverine, who is your friendly neighborhood. What's his name? Yeah, he has amnesia because the accuser just hit him on the head. Mr. Payne? Yes, Your Honor. As I'm sure you're well aware, the defendant is accused of killing her lover. What's worse, her lover was a fellow police officer. A policeman? You did what to a policeman? Dustin? In any case, the prosecution will prove that the guilty party is none other than the defendant. Oh, I really like my... like this button if you guys love my Skeletor voice, or voicing a Skeletor imitator. Farewell. Mr. Payne, please call your first witness. It's been a while, Mr. Wright. Let's see what you've learned since last time. I won't show you any mercy this time, rookie. Okay, and who are you again? The prosecution calls Detective Dick Gumshoe to the stand. Nowhere to hide, I'm so dead. I feel like there's 2 people watching, but not 3. But that's just me. Whether someone's internet is online or someone's internet went offline for some reason. Witness, please state your name and occupation. My name is Dick Gumshoe, sir. I'm the detective in charge of homicides down at the precinct, sir. You don't look very well, detective. Well, sir, the defendant, she works under me, so, you know... You work under that detective? Oh, look, Major Payne's less cool guys. Yeah, that's right, Kyle. Everybody needs a sense of humor. I mean, everybody needs one. That's because without a sense of humor, what's to laugh? Okay, calm down. I believe you. Come on, Phoenix. We got this. Detective Gumshoe, please describe for us the details of this murder. Yes, sir. It happened at the park near headquarters, Expose Park. The victim was one of the local cops, Dustin Prince. Dustin Prince. You guys get it? His first and last name, Dustin Prince. I don't know what is... Oh my goodness. Yeah. Mr. Payne is a major pain. Dustin Prince. Oh my goodness. What kind of... I'll never understand this. Oh yes, this autopsy report, correct? Why do I not remember getting a copy? I see everything in order here. Even the estimated time of death is unusually well documented. The victim's watch stopped from the impact of the landing, sir. The results of the autopsy confirmed the time of death. If I may, Your Honor, the prosecution would like to submit this photograph. Very well, the court accepted into evidence. Crime photo number 1 added. Now then, I recall at yesterday's preliminary hearing, a very important piece of evidence was brought to our attention. Hi, LaFlash, how's it going? Welcome to Arkham Twin Days live stream, and this is the second game of Phoenix Wright Ace Attorney Justice for All. That's right. By the way, Kyle brought some tea for everybody. Hey, Kyle, give him some tea. I think he needs a good wake-up drink, such as tea. Oh, by the way, the tea is special. Yes, Your Honor. Yes, sir. Yes, I guess. Mr. Wright, is your head on right today? Thank you, Kyle. That's why I promoted you as a lieutenant and a moderator. This was a very crucial piece of evidence found on the victim's body. Was there? Well, actually, yeah, it's just nerves. Give me a second. Come on, Phoenix. I know you. You're not an amateur, and so am I. Alright, she's telling us she had to look at a glance at the court record. Info about evidence and people involved with the case are listed there. By pressing the R1 button. We really know what you're talking about, don't you? That's all right. Yes, Your Honor. Court is now in session. Save your chit-chat for later. Sorry, Your Honor. Well, I guess I better check the court record and see what I can find. What was it again? R1 button? All right, Mr. Wright, let's see if your notes are in order. What was the piece of evidence found underneath the body? The piece of evidence. That's simple, Your Honor. A broken pair of glasses. That's right. The victim grabbed his killer's glasses as he was being shoved, sir, and held on to them as he fell. Now, why would he give the evil eye? Those glasses you're wearing... Oh, that's your spare pair, and the other ones are new, so... They are not yours? You sure about that? So you accidentally stepped on yours. A coincidence, you say? Your Honor, I have further evidence to present. Or you'll have more, and this evidence is very decisive. Anyway, let's hear from our witness about this evidence. Decisive evidence. Let's hear him. There's something even more incriminating than the glasses under the victim's body, sir. During his date, the victim was pushed from the bench area. I see. Pushed from the bench area, huh? But he managed to write the culprit's name on the ground where he landed. I doubt, Morgan. I don't like saying it, but it was clearly the defendant's name, Maggie, sir. With this piece of evidence in the glasses, it's hard not to say she's the culprit. Ooh, I think that's not her name. To be honest, when I got a good look at that photo, it's not her name. What's her name? It spells not M-A-G-G-I-E. It's M-A-G-G-Y, not I-E. This is a picture of the writing, Your Honor. Yeah, I know her name is Maggie, but that's not her correct name. That's not her correct name. Pretty obvious for me to recognize it. Yes, I can see your name is clearly written here. The prosecution would like to submit this picture. Understood, the court accepts it into evidence. Crime photo number 2 added. As if the glasses alone don't make you look suspicious. The victim even wrote your name clear as day on the ground. And how do you explain this dying message? I think she is not guilty. To be, well, scratch that. I believe she's not guilty. Mr. Wright, you may cross-examine the witness. Cross-examine? That's right. Sure, but what am I supposed to do? You really do have amnesia. I think I better, hopefully I can try to get you to remember this, Phoenix Wright. As your friendly neighborhood spider cop, we all have to do our part. Is that right, you guys? I mean, you can watch, but however, I do declare you as all defense attorneys to be a part of it, because you are in the Ultimate Arkham universe. So, yeah, I would say when I got a good look at the analytics of ages, I would say all ages from 13 to 18 and 18 to ages 18 to 24, 18 to 34, or 18 to 24 and ages 24 to 35, and then there's ages 35 to 60. So it's pretty obvious that it's do upload videos that I don't target the little ones, but but everybody, it's ages like 14 and up or 13 and up, which is pretty obvious. Hi Kevin, how's it going? This is the second game of Justice for All, a Phoenix Wright Ace Attorney trilogy. If we point out the lie, that would be a contradiction. Sometimes people just remember things wrong. I just switched a new logo. Really? I can still see the Terry Bogard, but okay. Mr. Wright, your cross-examination, please. Yes, Your Honor. Talk about a trial by fire. Here goes nothing. As long as I can expose the lies, we should be all right. All right. He said there's something even more incriminating than the glasses under the victim's body. So that's what he's saying. We're going to press him on this. Hold it! About those glasses, do you have any proof that those belong to my client? The lenses are for nearsightedness, and they're almost the same strength as hers. Even the frames look kind of like the ones she's wearing in her ID, pal. What should I do now? Let me continue pressing. Hold it! Almost and kinda are not good enough in a case like this. Do you have more definitive proof? Is there something that clearly links the defendant with those glasses? The dirt and sand rubbed out any traces of fingerprints or anything else. So what are you saying, detective? Is that you have nothing that proves those glasses are my clients? Something like that. What? I see. So that is no proof. The logo I have is Kaneki from the anime Tokyo Ghoul, okay? I know it takes time to change the logo, but until then, don't worry. He said during his date, the victim was pushed from the beach area. Okay, we'll press you on this. Hold it! Now, You are sure he was pushed and that's how he fell? Yeah, pal, if you look at the wounds on the victim's body, there's no way it was anything else. Please continue with your testimony, detective. Anyway, the victim fell pretty far. He said he managed to write the culprit's name on the ground where he landed. Hold it! The culprit's name? Yeah, I was surprised too. I didn't want to believe it, but... Was the name that of my client? I don't like it saying, but it was clearly the defendant's name, Maggie, sir. Maggie. So he kind of revised that testimony a little bit. Hold it! Are you absolutely certain? Sorry, pal, but that's what it said. That's not her real name. To be honest, it is clear as daylight. He's got a point. Huh? Now that she mentioned it, something does feel kind of off about this picture. So that's what spotting a contradiction feels like. Look, bird. Kyle, I think I understand what you meant. Oh, that is cool. That is cool. This piece of it, okay. Ooh, is it Swedish ice cream, Kevin? Prove it! And you are certain that it was the victim who wrote the name of that on the ground? There were scratches on his fingers from the rough sand, and there were grains of sand stuck under his pointer fingernail. It suddenly seems that the name was written by the victim himself. That didn't go well. If the writer really was the victim himself, then we're in a lot of trouble. I'm glad you're all pumped up, but... My what? Oh, present evidence? Actually, I was just thinking about that. That's right. You present evidence. Huh? I heard that lately you can present not only evidence, but people's profiles as well. Really? So on the first game, you cannot present people's profiles that much, because it kind of didn't work like that. But on the second and third game, you can present those profiles. Let's give this another try. Okay, I'm just gonna save and right there. And I'm not going back to the title, I promise you that. Here we go. Alright, Maggie, really? Maggie Bird, Dustin Prince, I can't believe that name. Winston Payne. Yeah, the name right here. Objection! Well? Ooh, ice cream. I'll have some, Kevin. What is it? What's come over me? Without thinking, I just blurted out, objection, like, objection! And I yelled it at the top of my lungs, finger outstretched, ready to take on my opponent. What a rush! Detective Gumshoe! You're talking to me, pal? Please state the defendant's name for me. What are you trying to prove with this I'll exercise, Mr. Wright. You'll see this is a very crucial line of questioning. Actually, Mr. Payne, can you answer the defendant's name, if you please? Where is this ridiculous question coming from? The defendant's name is, Maggie Bird. No, I think someone needs to check the court record. What? It says right here that it's Maggie Bird. Ah! It looks like the bird caught the cat napping. What's going on here? I have no idea either, sir. Really, I mean, as you can see, the victim did indeed leave a message name called Maggie. However, the defendant's name is actually spelled Maggie, M-A-G-G-E-Y, not M-A-G-G-I-E. This is a blatant contradiction of facts. Oh, how about that? I haven't even noticed. But maybe the victim didn't know how to spell her name correctly. Wrong. May I remind you that it was you who said the defendant is accused of killing her lover? If they were truly lovers, it would be impossible for him to have not known her name. No! This is very true, Mr. Payne. Yes, Your Honor. Are you absolutely certain that the defendant and the victim, Dustin Prince... Why, Dustin? Hey, Kyle. Look at me. What am I doing that is looking for clues by something to check upon for fingerprints? I'm Dustin Prince. Get it? I'm Dustin Prince. Oh my. They were a well-known couple in the police force. Detective Gumshoe, please testify for the court the relationship between the victim and the defendant. Yes, sir. Hold on a second. Oh my. Hold on. Let me take off my sweater. All right, I'm back. Sorry for the bit of delay. It was just, I'm not saying, well, it is cold, but I'm still warm inside my house. So, here we go. Okay, here we go. Dustin and Maggie. Officer Prince and Officer Bird had been going out for about a half a year. It sounded like they were even talking about marriage. The day of the incident just happened to be the victim's birthday, sir. Officer Bird had gotten Officer Prince a present. It was something she had bought over 2 months ago. I should know because she came to me to ask what she should get for him. Oh, those still sound like they were very close. Nevertheless, tragedy struck. Yes, I see. You may cross-examine the witness, Mr. Wright. Okay. Hope you guys really listen carefully. He said Officer Prince and Officer Bird had been going out for about a half a year. We can press you on this about what's going on with those two. Hold it! How do you know about this? Over here in March, we have a training camp for us cops. Officer Bird was a rookie at the time, and she and Officer Prince seemed to hit it off. They got close, I take it. Actually, I was supposed to go too, but I couldn't pay the deposit for the trip, so I didn't. If only I had gone on that trip. What is it? Oh, nothing, sir, really, anyway. It's his salary cut, is it? He said it sounded like they were even talking about marriage. Really? Hold it! Marriage? But wasn't the victim 8 years older than her? What? You're saying a guy's gotta marry someone the same age as himself, pal? No, that's not what I meant at all. Oh my... They were a year apart, huh? I think this fella has a ways to go before marriage. Mind your own business, pal. He said the day of the incident just happened to be the victim's birthday. Really? The victim's birthday? Wouldn't that be Dustin's birthday number? Hold it! The day of the incident? You mean September 6th? Yeah. The victim, Officer Prince, had just gotten off duty at 5:30 p.m. that day. And since Maggie's night shift hadn't started yet, they went to the park for a bit. Oh, I remember when I was a young and in love. Oh, it was a jolly time. That's great, Your Honor. I'm glad you're such a cheerful old man. She said... Okay, he said Maggie... Sorry, he said Maggie... Officer Bird had gotten has gotten Officer Prince a present. It's almost, yeah, it's almost December. But we're gonna press him on this. Hold it! You seem to know a lot about the defendant. Well, that's because I'm her boss, and I've got to watch out for my subordinates. But even what she was going to give as a present, isn't that going a bit too far? Hey, pal, watch what you say! I know everything that happens under me. If someone so much as scratches their... I really don't know that much. I really don't need to know that much. Mr. Wright, please refrain from badgering the witness. I agree. Even if this witness has a crush on the defendant, that should not be the point of discussion at this time. Whoa, wait a second. Why are we talking about this? It's all your fault, pal. You're guilty, guilty, guilty. I should have you arrested. I think the good detective's about done here. 2 months ago? Hold it! Over 2 months ago. Yup, she's a very considerate woman, pal. So, what was this birthday present? She got him a glove. A single glove? Why would she only give him one? Actually, Your Honor, the glove in question is a baseball glove. Oh, I say a baseball glove. Officer Prince was a huge baseball fan. A baseball glove? Let's press him further. Just now, I believe you said the present was something she had bought over 2 months ago. Yeah. Are you saying she bought the glove at the store that far in advance? Nah, nothing like that, pal. Then what is it like? She ordered it. It was custom made. Custom made? The glove was custom made? Yup, that's what I said. So the glove was custom made. Your Honor, I really don't see how this glove is related to this case. Yes, it would seem that there is little relevance. What do you think, Mr. Wright? Do you think this glove is really relevant to this case? It is relevant. I don't know where this will lead me, but... Of course it is relevant. That glove is the key to this whole case. Bluffing to the max. Thought Maggie Bird was happy to see me, but why not? I think she's happy for both of us. Pressing people. Feels like I've done this before. As if I'm used to do this, squeeze information from even the most tight-lipped people. Very well. If you're that convinced, then let's hear some more about the matter. Actually, I brought the glove with me today. And? Why didn't you say so earlier? Hurry and show the glove to the court. Well, I didn't think it had anything to do with this case. Anyway, this is it, sir. It's rather yellow, isn't it? A baseball glove that looks like bananas, but it's not bananas. Oh, that's too many emojis, Kevin. It has to be a limit of 5. That is 7. All right. Officer Prince really liked that. I understand, Kevin, but the maximum number of emojis of this entire for everyone is the number of 5. But I do forgive you. And that's why you had it special order it? I think this court has heard enough. It is clear that the victim and the defendant were involved with each other. Yes, that's correct, Your Honor. Now, if this is true, it brings up an important question. I understand, Kevin, and your jutsu is working great. I see your point, Your Honor. Detective Gumshoe, please tell the court a little more about the name on the ground. Yes, sir. Writing on the ground. We couldn't confirm that it was the victim's handwriting. Next, we checked the victim's pointer finger. We found that there was sand trapped under the victim's fingernail. There were also scratches on his skin that were caused by him writing on the ground. From this, we could confirm the victim wrote this name with his right hand. And it's not just jutsu. How many times? Okay. I understand, Kevin. Let's cross-examine. Whoops. I think I hit my headphones. So he said we first looked into the handwriting. I mean, I can press anything, but here we go. Hold it! But can you really determine handwriting based on a sample written in sand? This is why amateurs are amateurs. We're not a bunch of simpletons, pal. Scientific investigation in this country's actually pretty good. I believe it's time we get back to the real point. Agreed, Your Honor. So what was the result of the investigation? He said, unfortunately, we couldn't confirm that it was the victim's handwriting. Right. Hold it! So in the end, you couldn't confirm it. Hey, don't you look down on us. I told you we're not a bunch of simpletons, pal. Everyone knows you can't find out everything you want with scientific investigation. I've never heard that before. Me neither. Nor I. Okay, so I made it up anyway. He said we check the victim's pointer finger next. Hold it! His pointer finger. You know, the one you're always pointing and waving around in people's faces. Don't tell me it bothers you. Every time you do it, I have a mini heart attack. It's like you're trying to kill me, pal. In any case, you examined the victim's index finger, correct? Yeah, we figured there should be something on his finger if he hadn't been writing in sand. And the results? He said we found that there was sand trapped under the victim's fingernail. Okay, we're gonna hold you on this. Hold it! what does that prove? Well, it proves that he didn't write that name with his own finger. Yes, which explains why there was sand stuck here under his name. I guess he's right. And there's more. Scratches on his skin that were caused by him writing on the ground. I'm gonna press you on this. Hold it! Scratches on his skin? Yup, you can't see them with your naked eye, but they're there. That is incredible. Sure is, that's the power of scientific investigation. They're so small that we had to use a magnifying glass, like a really strong one. It's got that really scientific sounding name. You mean a microscope? Yeah, that's it. We used one of those, and that's how we found them. I can't believe this guy doesn't know what a microscope is. For a detective, you sure failed science class or physical science. He said from this we could confirm that the victim wrote this name with his right hand. Wait a second. Right hand? First, we're gonna press him on this. Hold it! Are you absolutely sure? I believe in the power of science. I wonder if my evidence is solid enough to counter with. Listening to this, you would think there was only one conclusion, that the name was definitely written by the victim. Do I think I would have gone through such a trouble to get him as a present? Wait a minute. Yeah, that present. I think I know which one to present. And it's pretty obvious. It is pretty obvious. Why would... Birthday present from Maggie. We could confirm that the victim wrote this name with his right hand. Well, the crime photo 1. Let's see. Whoops! Let's see. Time of death, cause broken neck, body was also covered in bruises. A birthday present from Maggie to the victim, custom made. Oh boy. I found this in my pocket, but I don't remember what it means or how it got there with that cell phone. What it really... Okay, that's his right hand. I would... Let's see. I'm trying to remember. Oh my goodness. A birthday present from Maggie to the victim, and it was custom made. As much as it doesn't let me show, I mean, I've looked at the crime photo number 1. He is down for the count. And this is crime photo number 2, still down, and he is out. But why would he... This is my gut. That one. Detective Gumshoe. Take a look at this. That's the glove, right? Could you tell the court what is special about this glove? What's special? Never really thought about it, but, it's really yellow. Really yellow. And that's about it. Yes, it's really yellow. But this is only one of its qualities. Huh? There's another reason why it's special. And what will that be? It's very simple. This glove is made for a left-handed person. Left-handed? Why, you're absolutely right. I mean, you're absolutely left. This glove is made to be worn on the right hand. This is why it had to be custom made. I've never seen a bright yellow left-hander's glove for sale, have you? Well, no. So, Detective, which hand did the victim use to write the name with again? That's easy. Look, it's obvious from this picture with his... Wait a second. Don't forget that the victim was left-handed. Oh! I object. Overruled. Mr. Wright, I would like to know what your line of reasoning proves. There's only one conclusion that can be drawn. A left-handed person could not have written a message with his right hand. Therefore, the person who wrote the name Maggie could not have been the victim. Order! Order! When you think about it that way, then yes. It is not possible that this name was written by the victim himself. Then that means Maggie is... No, it's not possible! Mr. Payne, yes, Your Honor. The evidence the prosecution has presented has failed to prove the defendant's guilt. In fact, I believe you have proven her to be innocent. No! It seems that we have reached a conclusion. You did a fine job once again, Mr. Wright, and your friendly neighborhood spider cop. Me, Your Honor? Oh, well, thank you, sir. Woo! Oh, well, thanks, Maggie. Are you joking? I'm more than ready to retire. Will not announce my verdict. The court finds the defendant Maggie. Oh, no. Oh, not yet. I mean, please give me a few more minutes, Your Honor. What is the meaning of this, Mr. Payne? The prosecution is not finished yet. What do you mean? We would like to call our next witness to the stand. What? Danny! And what does this witness the moment the victim was pushed to his death? What's more, he saw the very face of the culprit. What the heck? Order! Order in the court! I believe a recess is an order. Afterward, we will hear from this new witness. I had a feeling that was a bit too easy. I need more information. I'll have to see what I can find out during this recess. I can't let my guard down, along with my partner Spider Cop here. It's only going to get tougher from here. Court is adjourned for recess. Oh, I believe it is not over until it's over. We're gonna continue. Don't worry. It's not over. I never said it's over. We're gonna start hearing this guy's testimony. September 8th, 11:43 a.m. District Court Defendant Lobby, number 1. All right. Okay, Kevin, you take care. I know it's like we're several hours apart from different time zones, Kevin, but but hopefully you'll have a nice dinner. I, yeah, he has amnesia. Take care, Kevin. Work hard in school. I heard that you can fix something like this with a really strong shock on his system. No. I think I'll pass on this one. He already got hit on the head too many times. Well, my head's one problem he won't be tackling today. Well, we're here to solve your problem first. We can deal with mine later. For now, do you think you can fill me in on a few things? We'll start. Her name and then about the rest of yourself. Okay. No, that's okay, really. I think I know you and your name pretty well by now. I wonder if you could help me figure out a few things about myself. So my name is Phoenix Wright? What a weird name. Okay, LaFlash. Maybe it'll help. This is a business card. Okay, there are some numbers written on the back. Phoenix's business card. It's my business card. I handwrote my cell phone number on the back. I guess for now we should stop talking about me and start talking about this case. Yep, can you think of anything that would be helpful for me to know? Cell phone? Then hurry up and then tell me! This might be very important! Alright. So she said it was on the day of the crime, just before 6 p.m. She said she picked up a lost cell phone while walking with Dustin. Prelude and fugue in D minor, I think. She said all of a sudden the phone began to ring. So she picked up the phone and he heard a stranger's call. I didn't catch your name. Waited for the person to show up, but they never did. So where's the phone you found now? To me? Is it that phone in my pocket? You mean this? I don't really know, but if my eyes lit up... Maya? At least Maya's back, but he doesn't remember who she is. Now, who the heck is this? Let me guess, I'm supposed to know this girl too. Oh boy, yeah, because of that amnesia amnesia hit. He doesn't remember who everybody is, sort of. Thanks. What the heck is this? A list? It has about 20 people's names and phone numbers written on it. No good. As in, a group of con artists the police are currently investigating? Names list added to the court record. Members of a con artist group. Why would a group of con artists pop them in a case like this? And where did you get this list from in the first place? Oh, is that right? Yeah, I mean, oh my. So that's where they're from. What? Mr. Wright, recess is now over. Please bring the defendant and return to the courtroom immediately. She doesn't realize that Phoenix has amnesia. Oh, we also have to get going. I wish I could tell Maya about this, but we don't have the time until this is over. All that's left is to put it all together. I'm not going to lose this. I can't! Yeah, September 8th, 11:54 a.m. District Court, Courtroom Number 2. Court will now reconvene. Please call your next witness to the stand, Mr. Payne. Yes, Your Honor. But before I do, if I may say a few words. What is it, Mr. Payne? It's about the next witness. He has a tendency to say the things that rub people the wrong way, you see. So I guess the court might be a little lenient on. There is no need to give a preface. Just hurry up and call your witness, please. Yes, Your Honor. The prosecution calls its next witness. A drifter who was taking a walk in the park on the day of the murder. This guy. Yeah, the one who knocked his head, knocked someone's head, and that was Phoenix. Please state your name for the court witness. Before I do, I'd like to clarify a little something. Oh, all right, go ahead. Just now you introduced my wonderful self to the court, correct? Perhaps as a drifter who was taking a walk? Did I? But I will not stand for that. Now that you've tinted the court's eyes and colored me wrongly. Sure, I suppose calling me something, just a little something like, oh, wow. So he goes from a university by walk in and walk. Yeah, he's a human chatterbox. I have to question him. Fashion, cars, swimming glasses, and of course university first rates only need apply. Glasses? But you aren't wearing glasses. Answer enough. Your name, witness. Oh, is that how you want to play this? Using your power and influence to keep the young people down. I see how you work now. You may be right, ex-Starlina. He has something to hide, but he doesn't give up that easily, if you want to know. You old people and your dirty tricks. You thought you had me, but you thought wrong. I'm sorry, it won't happen again. Oh, man. I forgive you. All right, I suppose I can tell you my name. I am Richard Wellington, the drifting virtuoso with a PhD in drifting, as it were. If you wanted to, you could call me a university student in transit. Ahem, Mr. Wellington. On the day of the murder, you were strolling to the park, correct? It would appear that you are attached to that word. If you must, then by all means. But I remind you that I am in no way a prepubescent man, or what do you call it? Out on a walk with mommy. If you must know, anywhere, please specify this code what you saw during the park, please. See, you said it again, taking a walk. You know you... What you witnessed will do, Mr. Wellington. Oh my gosh. He's just never going to... What he saw that day. I was at the park all afternoon, deep in thought about my life situation. I don't remember the time all that well, but I do believe it was past 6 p.m. All of a sudden, a police officer falls from above, right in front of my eyes. Without a thought, I looked up, and there I met the eyes of a charming young lady. Of course, I remember her sweet face. It was the pretty defendant there. The only other thing I saw was the banana that fell with the police officer. What? A banana? Come on! It was a glove! It was certainly a decisive testimony. Yeah! It's strange. My mind is very calm and clear. Maybe it's because I believe in my client. Yes, and if she really is innocent, then that can only mean one thing. That guy is lying! You may now question the witness, Mr. Wright. I'll find out the truth no matter how well you craft your lies. Along with Spider Cop. He said he was at the park all afternoon and deep in thought of his life situation. Hold it! So you were at the park all afternoon. You seem to have a lot of free time. Well, that was very rude of you, but then again, what can I expect? That's what you get from a man who graduated from a no-name, trashy university. No-name, trashy? Now, this might be odd for a mushy-headed, feeble-minded baboon like you, but I have to think very carefully about the future of our great country. But I thought you said you were thinking about which college to go to just now. Oh, please! Which university I go to will directly affect the very future of this country. That arrogant little snot! He said I don't remember the time all that well, and he believes it was past 6 p.m. Hold it! How did you know the time it was? I see you're not wearing the watch, so... Is that the best you can do? Do you think you can discredit me like that? You're just a third-rate, biased fool. I guess I can't expect real smarts from you. You know, his arrogance is really intolerable, so we're gonna press him harder whether he likes it or not. Answer the question, how did you know what time it was? Tis, I can't believe I have to deal with a worm like you. You're just a shallow man who can slam on desks and point at people for fun. I guess I don't have a choice. I'll try to explain it so that even a third-rate simpleton like you can understand. There was this little thing they call a clock at the park. Did you get that? Do you know what a clock is? It's a thing that tells you the time. As you can see, Mr. Wright, it's even in this picture of the crime scene. Oh, so it is. I looked at that clock, and that's how I knew the time. But if you ask me, this whole concept of breaking apart is a total of nonsense. The first real-class person doesn't live by it. Want to wear a watch? What a ridiculous free notion! And yet again, another flood of meaningless words in your stupid mouth. Talk about a first-class waste of time. In any case, all of a sudden, he said, all of a sudden a police officer falls from above right in front of my eyes. Really? Hold it! And how did you know he was a police officer? You obviously have no idea how powerful my deductive reasoning skills are. With one glance, I could tell just what kind of occupation he held. That shoddy do-it-yourself hairstyle because of the way cheap, low-quality goes, and I suppose it was because of wearing an officer's uniform. Shouldn't that statement have come first? Even I haven't figured out that yet. Oh. He said without a thought. I looked up and there met an eyes of a charming young lady. Hold it! Are you sure you got a good look at her face? Animals have this thing called an eye, Mr. Wright. They use this eye to see things. In case of humans, we have two of them. Yes, even you. I don't care if I have them or not. Did you or did you not get a clear look at her face? That's what the witness was just about to get to. I would like to request that Mr. Wright not use such a loud voice during questioning. Sustained. Mr. Wright, please refrain from raising your voice in the court. Then please don't make me have to raise my voice. Are you finished? I'd like to continue, if that's all right with you. Okay. We'll press you on this anyways. Hold it! So you're sure you are not mistaken? Please, don't confuse your pitiful train wreck of a life with mine. I'm what you call a famous brand name product, while you are only a cheap imitation. There is no way someone as magnificent as myself could have made a mistake. Of course, of course. Right. And he covers up with lies. Like ex-Starlina said, that he is absolutely the guilty party of this case with his innocent smile. Did you notice anything else of interest, witness? The banana that fell with the police officer? Right. First we'll press you and then we're gonna present. Hold it! The banana? Well, it was actually more than just one. More like a bunch of bananas. Now, what would a bunch of bananas be doing there? And why would I know such a thing? I'm only telling you what I saw. That's... I think I know what. It's the glove. He thought of seeing one thing and it was something else. If he mistook something else for a bunch of bananas, then it would be an inaccuracy. Oh yeah, it's the glove. She's right, she's got a sharp mind, but I wish I could remember who she was. It is so obvious. Why didn't he never mention about a bunch of bananas that he said it was, but it's not? Oh, great. I think I went back. I think I went past it. My bad. My bad. I should have seen it. is. A bunch of bananas, really? Does this look like a bunch of bananas? I don't think so. Objection! Mr. Wellington, I believe I have the bananas you saw right here. Oh, so you knew about the bananas, too. Why didn't you say so earlier, huh? But don't think you can use this as a way to pull more information out of me. And that's where you be wrong. Mr. Wright, what is the meaning of this? Isn't that the baseball glove? What? The baseball glove? Doesn't it look delicious? Care for a bite? Can I make a monkey out of you, Mr. Wellington? That's not... It's a no! Your Honor, I think this proves one very important fact. This witness has bad eyesight. By the way, just how bad are your eyes? Why are you asking me all this all of a sudden? Your Honor, it is very simple to mistake a glove for a bunch of bananas. No, I don't think so. Objection overruled. You're the one of those people. Yes, you know what I mean. You're like those people who refuse to Galileo in this conspiracy. You use your word to realize a new possibility. In the end, we find out the new baseball glove, not bananas and 519, don't you? And that is why I ask you how bad your eyesight is. About 2200, I'm supposed to going to tell me that's terrible, right? Why are you not wearing your glasses today, then? Ooh. Well, that's because I washed them recently, you see? Of course, I was planning on getting a new pair made right away! But you know my glasses are no ordinary glasses, so to replace them... How about when you witnessed the crime? When were you wearing your glasses then? How about it, witness? You're an unrelenting, evil man. You're like those people who rejected Joan of Arc and was brave enough courageous to be caught by unrighteous people, but she didn't do anything. They got burned because of the... Which boils down to you were not wearing your glasses at that time. Therefore, the identity of the woman at the scene of the crime and that of the defendant cannot be proven to be the same by this witness. But the height difference was only 9 feet. Hi, Princess Isabel, how are you? It was very possible for him to see the face of the culprit standing on the upper path. Witness, please be more accurate in your testimony. Remember, a person's life is at stake. Yes, Your Honor. Now then, please continue with your testimony. Please tell the court what happened next in the moments after you witnessed the crime. What happened next? The girl on the upper path ran away as soon as she realized I was there. After that, I immediately called the police station to report the crime. It must have been 6:45 p.m. when I made the call. They must have had a lot of free time on their hands since they showed up within 10 minutes. So the person who was on their upper path saw you and then ran away. Yes, that is correct. Which is why even someone without a superior brain like mine can understand that. That girl is the murderer. You may examine the witness, you two. Okay, so he said the girl on the upper path ran away as soon as she realized I was there. You're working up some you're at work cooking up some of the tasty food for the hungry customers. Can you make me a hamburger, Princess Isabel? I want one for the time being. Hold it! She ran away just like that. Yes, she did. She saw me and flew the nest like the guilty bird she is. Oh, I'm sorry. Was that pun too hard for someone who only got a third-rate education? Actually, that did take me a few seconds to get. Dude, you may insult if you want, but you do not insult people who have IQs just because they get it instantly. They can understand it whether it's the time of patience. Jerk. If she ran away the instant she saw you, how could you tell if it was my client? A witness has already answered that question. He has stated the defendant is the culprit. That is true, Mr. Wright. I'm striking your question from the record. How can I get more information out of him? He said after that, I immediately called the police station to report the crime. How would you call them? First, we're going to press you on this. Hold it! Immediately, as in immediately. I mean, sure, a minute might have elapsed before I did, but that's the duty of every good citizen. Or did they not teach you that at your pitiful school? You think people learn about how to call police in college? Court record? Names of list profiles, huh? It must have been 6:45 p.m. when he made that call. All right, we'll press you on this. Hold it! How do you know what time it was? That detective told me. You know which one I mean. The one with the jacket that makes him look like a dropout from a no-name high school. Hey, pal, I graduated from a pretty good college. I mean, top rank, you know. I don't believe this. It doesn't matter. I don't believe I was mistaken on what time I called. And if I am wrong, then that detective obviously doesn't know how to tell time. What, you're just some lousy kid who... I think the court can see your point. Anyway, how did the police respond? So they must have a lot of free time on their hands since they showed up within 10 minutes, is what he's saying. Hold it! So you're saying there were police on the scene by 7 p.m.? They got there before that, I think. There usually aren't many people in that area at that time of day. But suddenly, before I knew it, there were people crawling all over, gawking. It certainly says something about the morals of the people in this country. I can't find anything out of this ordinary in his testimony. Made that call. Wait a minute. He immediately called the police station to report the crime. May I ask, where did you call on something so short? Okay, there's the telephone booth. victim fell from walking the path up, down above. How would he called immediately? Weren't you supposed to go when you saw like 9? I don't know. Nope, that's not right. Ooh, I thought it was it. I thought it was it, but nope, that's not it. I thought that was it, but no, it's not. It's not it. Oh. Whoops! I gotta press which one it is. $6:45 when you made that call, really? Let me press him on this. Yeah, I mean, a top-ranked college, funny. Oh, come on, well, you... A lot of free time since they showed up within 10 minutes. Let me press him on this. I'm trying to... Crawling and gawking all over, huh? So... Wait. They must have a lot of free time on their hands since they showed up within 10 minutes. So that time of death, 6:28, so 6:40. Okay, that has nothing to do with the crime scene photo. No, that's not it. Okay, I thought it was, but no. No, it's not it. Oh boy. Wait a minute. I don't see her. Okay, he said he ran away, that one. 6:45 when you made that call. Wait a minute. 6:45. No, it's not. No, that's not it. I thought that was it, but no. No, that was not. I thought it was a clock for some reason, but Dustin's autopsy report. I should have known. When he said 6:45, 6:28. When he said something about 10 minutes, There. Uh, 6:28. Time of death 6:45. Please take a look at this. You mean the victim's autopsy report? According to this, the murder occurred at 6:28 p.m. So what of it? You said that you called the police immediately after the murder took place. However, by the time you had called the police, it was already 6:45 p.m. There is clearly a 15-minute gap here. Do you deny it? I think this court would like to hear what you were doing during this 15-minute gap. The witness was in shock at the time after witnessing a terrible murder. It's only to be expected that it would be a little dazed. 15 minutes is hardly what I like to call a little dazed. Mr. Wellington, yes? Explain yourself. What were you doing those 15 minutes? Answer the question. Telephone. Spit it out, now. I'm searching for a phone booth. A phone booth? You mean you don't have a cell phone? You and your questions as if you're trying to open up all the lawyers of a Martyr Shaka doll. You must think you're really something special. Witness. I lost my cell phone. There, are you happy? My gosh. You lost it? Unbelievable. You lose your glasses and your cell phone now. You must be very scatterbrained when it comes to your belongings. What? Are you saying that first-rate people are never allowed to lose things? Haven't you ever heard that the geniuses are strange, so irrational like with my own genius? I don't think for brain people like you can understand. Enough! Oh, man. Wait, hold on a second. He lost his cell phone? You mean this phone Maggie found? There's no way. Boy, I didn't see this coming. What should I do? We got a question further. Mr. Wellington, where's your cell phone right now? What are you getting all excited about? You seem to be a little confused. I found my phone, I'll have you know. See, right here. Here it is. Oh, I see. Well then, I think we cleared this issue up. At the time of the murder, the witness did not have his cell phone because he had lost it. Therefore, the delay in his call was caused by his search for a phone booth. Next time, it's the autopsy report. I just couldn't understand how I feel plainly stupid. But now I realize I gotta remember the time of what he said. Well, that's the gist of it. I guess you could put it that way and leave it at that. Do you have any further questions, Mr. Wright? There is something. Well, no further questions. No, I think I'm done here, Your Honor. Huh? What are you talking? Ah! What is it, Mr. Wright? Why, you're screaming. I assume you have a question after all? Your Honor, the witness's testimony does not make any sense. I don't believe that there was ever a need for the witness to search for a phone. How dare you? You can't just make outrageous claims like that. You do have some sort of proof, don't you? Well, yeah, of course. This evidence should be good enough, I think. All right, let's have this proof then. But first I'm gonna save, and I don't want to get busted. Please present proof that the witness had no need to search for a public... Please present proof that the witness had no need to search for a public phone booth. Well, the only thing I can think of was right here. This. That one. It's quite simple, actually. Please take a look at this. At the crime scene photo. Is there a problem with it? Oh, there's nothing wrong with the picture. But if you don't understand my logic after looking at it, something is wrong with you. No! It's a phone booth. That is correct. All the defendant had to was walk 3 steps. Mr. Wellington, why did you not use the phone that was right in front of you? Order! Order! What does reporting the crime a little late prove for the defense? Wrong! The witness can't explain what he was doing for those 15 minutes. That is the reason enough to throw suspicion on his testimony. Yes, that is very true. What do you have to say for yourself, witness? But Maggie said that she was going to return it to him. So there was no reason for him to kill for it. And on top of that, we still have the phone she found anyways. Yeah, I really need... If I was a real district defense lawyer, or district attorney lawyer, I would need to work on my homework a little more. Was he? Mr. Wright. Yes, Your Honor. Do you have any thoughts you would like to share with the court? Can you offer an explanation as to what the witness was doing those 15 minutes? We might have an idea. There is only one possible explanation. All right, let's hear your explanation. However, be forewarned that if your explanation is not persuasive, you will be penalized. Think carefully before you present, Mr. Wright. Yes, Your Honor. Great. Now he says something about being penalized. I probably shouldn't have said there was only one possibility. Please present the court of... Alright, now I gotta save it. No, he says this and that and what's going on? One piece of evidence that will answer the following. Why didn't the witness call the police right away? He was looking for his glasses, is my guess. Well, Mr. Wellington. What? Don't do that! Don't do that! You almost gave me a heart attack! These are your glasses, aren't they? Where did you find... I believe the court all heard what you just confessed to. That these glasses are in fact yours. I'll tell you where they were found, Mr. Wellington. These glasses were found under the victim's body. Under the victim's body? Order! Now wait a second, hold on! I didn't confess answer confirm anything. Your Honor, I think the answer is quite clear here. As he field tested, Prince grabbed the culprit's glasses. The culprit knew that he had to find his glasses and search frantically for them. What he didn't realize was that they were under the victim's body. And that is why it took him 15 minutes to make that call. Mr. Wright, are you indicating the witness as the real murderer? Of course. That is precisely what I'm doing. I know I'm right. I know we're both right with Spider Cop here. And yes, he is the real murderer. More or less. Turns out this cell phone was the key to this case after all. Anyway, now is our chance to deep six this guy. I'll sink him in one shot. Along with everyone in the entire Alliance who will sink this guy in one shot. Somehow my old self is coming back to me. It's time to sink or swim. Everything rests on the edge of a knife. This is the moment I've been waiting for. Order! Order! Your Honor, the defense is making a mockery of this court. Without any solid ground to stand on, he accuses the witness of being the murderer. Yeah! That's right! I'm no criminal! This third-rate fraud of a lawyer! In that case, why don't we look at it from a different perspective? Let's hear your explanation as to why you are not the murderer. Why? That's easy. For example, there's the name of the victim wrote. What about that? Oh, you mean the name Maggie? Yeah, even an idiot like you can read that, can you? Right? But we already know that this was not written by the victim himself. After all, the defendant's name is Maggie with an E-Y, not I-E, and the victim was left-handed. In other words, in order to make the defendant look guilty, the real criminal used the victim's right hand to write her name on the ground. Doesn't that mean that the real criminal was someone the defendant knew? Otherwise, how would the person know her name was Maggie or Maggie? That is a good point. The witness didn't even know of Miss Bird before this trial. Oh, I forgot. Was there any way this creep could have known Maggie's name beforehand? Oh, there was a way. It would be best if I could prove that the witness had a chance to learn that the defendant's name was Maggie. Now, will the defendant please present its case? How could the witness know the defendant's name? I know it has nothing to do with the... Let's see. I know I can be wrong, but who knows? This name of Maggie Birds again. This is how. No. So if I need a lecture from you of all people, the phone. All right. Mr. Wellington, you didn't have your cell phone with you on the day of the murder, correct? Thanks, Kyle. Man, I would flunk on this, but thanks for helping. So what if I didn't? When you realized you had lost it, what did you do? What did I do? Didn't you try to find it by calling it? Why, how did you... Your Honor, these questions have nothing to do with... Overruled. Mr. Wright, where are you going with this line of questioning? Or do you think there is some relation between the witness's cell phone and the murder? I do, Your Honor. On the day of the murder, Maggie Bird picked up a lost phone in the park. And she also received a phone call from the owner of the phone. Prelude and Fugue in D minor. JS Box Music. Prelude and Fugue in D minor. Yeah, it's D minor, not G minor. Oh, thank you. I have been searching for my phone. Yeah, she was calling on that. I'll be right there. I'm sorry, I didn't catch your name. Maggie. That was when you learned that her name was Maggie. But you made one fatal mistake. Fatal mistake? My client's name is Maggie with E-Y. But the name that was written on the ground was Maggie with an I-E. This is a mistake that could have only occurred if all you knew what was how her name sounded. Order! Order! But, Your Honor, a witness has no motive. And your point is, it's very simple, Your Honor. A person usually would not kill someone without a reason. Mr. Wellington had no reason to kill anyone. That is absolutely correct. I don't have a motive. Mr. Wright, Your Honor, can you explain what motive this witness could have had? It's very simple, Your Honor. Hold on a second. There's someone on the door. I'll be right back. I'm sorry. Oh man, I just cannot believe I'm not getting 1 second for silence. Hold on. Sorry about that. I just cannot believe got cut out for no reason of my mic. So, we're back. Oh boy. Please present the court to a proof that the witness had a motive? A list of con artists and their phone numbers stored on the cell phone Maggie found. I think that is my guess. Mr. Wellington's motive is right here. What is this? A list? These phone numbers were pulled from the memory of the phone the defendant found. And we have determined that the people on this list are members of a certain group. You you looked up all those numbers! Of course. This list of phone numbers was stored in a cell phone's memory. The names and numbers belong to people who are members of a certain con artist's group. What? Con artist? Can you explain why these numbers were on your phone, Mr. Wellington? This is an outrage! It's invasion of privacy! Looking up the phone numbers on a person's phone is a worse crime than murder! You're one of those people, you're just like those cops in the brilliant artist movies. They just rip up the genius and die like, we're gonna cut you off there. I don't care, Mr. Wellington. And neither does Spider Cop here cares for your concern. All we want is for you to tell us what this list is about. You think any of you know what it's like to be a refined man such as me? Your Honor, this is an unjustified badgering of a witness. Objection overruled. Mr. Wright, what is the meaning of this? Hold on a second, we're gonna... Ooh, he does not like where this is going. He said, why would the witness have the number... Why would the witness have the numbers of a group of con artists on his phone? Isn't that obvious? The witness is a member of that group. Mr. Wellington is a member of this very group. No! All of your friends' phone numbers are stored right here on this phone. If anyone were to look into these phone numbers, it would be all over for you. That is why you had to kill. Oh, this is too much! That does make quite a bit of sense. Well, Mr. Wellington, would you care to explain? I got you. No, in other words, the Alliance has got you now. The police officer... Your Honor! What is it, Mr. Payne? Your Honor, this is unjustified badgering of a witness! You said the exact same thing only a few seconds ago. Please! Please, let's think about the content of that phone call! He said he's been searching for his phone, and Maggie Bird says this is yours, and we're glad that she called. Can we meet up and I give this back to you? The defendant had already promised that she would return the phone. After that, all Mr. Wellington had to do was meet Miss Bird to get his phone back. Why then? Why would he need to kill anyone? That is a valid point. What does the defendant think about this? If you think about it logically, then it makes sense. We have to think outside the box. If we think like that, let's see. Maybe that slime ball saw something at the crime scene that made him commit murder. Your thoughts, Mr. Wright? Well, I don't think Mr. Wellington went to pick up his phone in a very friendly manner. But he was promised his phone, so why wouldn't he have been unfriendly to the defendant? I think he must have seen something that didn't agree with him when he got there. Oh, here we go again. All right. What was the something that he didn't agree with the witness? the victim and a policeman. It seems that he was dating the defendant. I'm, I'm gonna say he right there. What Mr. Wellington saw was the victim. The victim? Yep. You mean Dustin Prince? Again, because he is a police officer. Dustin Prince had gone on his date right after his shift was over. With no time to change, he went to the park still wearing his police uniform. Oh, right there. The girl that picked up my phone is with a policeman. He couldn't have known they were going out, so he began to worry. He was afraid the policeman would ask a few questions before returning the phone. He said, like he would do if he don't know anything suspicious, he might run a check on his phone. In his mind, it was possible that he had already run a check on the phone. And they want into a panic, is what you're saying. Exactly. Officer Prince was murdered simply because he was in uniform. Mr. Payne, do you have any comments? I'm thinking. It seems the truth has come out at last. A witness, Mr. Wellington, you are... Wow, he thinks this is a funny way. What's that supposed to mean, Mr. Wellington? Evidence? Well, we are talking about the suspicious cell phone. Who's to say that your phone is really yours, and where is my evidence? You want proof that this phone is yours? What? Oh my! We don't seem to have a problem on our hands with this phone. Whose phone is it without knowing that it's meaningless as evidence? Your Honor, this is bad. I can't let him turn the tables on me like this. His cell phone. There has to be something I overlooked. There's got to be. Try fingerprints on the phone. I got it. We should check for fingerprints. Fingerprints? Yes, Your Honor. Mr. Wellington must have left some prints on this phone. Oh. Pretty tough. A phone like yours is right there. You've got to be joking. He erased all the numbers I was going to use as evidence. Mr. Wellington, what's this? By the tone of your voice, it sounds like you still have some fight left in you. Where did you finally find your cell phone? Oh, really? You have no idea what I'm talking about, huh? Oh my... Now I remember! We'll looks like they hung up. Ah, good. I finally found it. So that's when he switched phones. What's wrong, Mr. Attorney? Why the harsh glare in your eyes? I know this phone has to be his. But how am I supposed to prove something like that? Mr. Wright, if you cannot prove who the owner of that cell phone is, your indictment has no basis and therefore no power. It looks like you came up with a penny short. Where did I go wrong? Where did we go wrong? Don't blame yourself. You're merely a third-rate lawyer. You only made one big mistake. Who are you? What are you? That's something you haven't figured out for yourself yet. Who I am? The court hereby concludes this cross-examination. It will be all. I'll have to bid you gentlemen and ladies goodbye. I have a reservation at that ultra-fancy restaurant on the upper side of town. Thank you for your assistance. You've had a stressful day, so please, bon appetit. What am I supposed to do? Am I supposed to just let it go at that? We're gonna raise an objection.
Hold it!
Please wait, Your Honor. I think I may be able to prove it. Prove it? Prove what, Mr. Wright? Everything. Your Honor, the cross-examination has already ended. Besides, the defense is just going to badger the witness with more mundane questions. You will not harass the witness. Is that clear, Mr. Wright? Did you hear that? No harassment allowed, Mr. Attorney. Or you will lose. Please, Your Honor. Very well, but this is your last chance, Mr. Wright. You may present one piece of evidence to the court. I only get one shot at this, along with Spider Cop, and I think I know which one. If you cannot prove everything, it's over for your client and for you. Do you fully understand? Yes, Your Honor. I'm sure you're well aware, Your Honor, but the cross-examination period is ended. Well, you're paying attention, Mr. Payne. I said that Mr. Wright could present only one more piece of evidence. Oh. Last chance, huh? Why not? Let's go. It all comes down to this. It's go time. That one piece of evidence that will explain everything. Welcome back, LaFlash. Pretty simple. As your friendly neighborhood Spider Cop, we're going to present that business card to the judge right here. Why, thank you. Oh, nice. Oh, nice. Woo. Yeah, please have one of mine. Judge's business card added to the court record. What am I doing? This isn't the time to be exchanging business cards. Your Honor, there is something very important about that card, and that is... the back of the card. Right there. This card is important because of what is on the back. But that's exactly it. Can you please call this number from your cell phone? It's okay, you'll see. Watch. Just do this for us. It's all right, Maya. We know exactly almost what we're doing. And that almost will turn to that word almost will disappear. Is the defense preparing something, Mr. Wright? We are going to call my cell phone now, and then the court will see everything for what it is. Of all the idiotic, stupid things to... Ah! What is my phone? What is with this stupid sounding ringtone? Mr. Wellington. How strange. I could almost swear that you are holding my phone. Your... Ah! No, it can't! By the way, before I forget, thank you very much for the lump on my head this morning. I don't think I need to explain any further, except to say... When you went to retrieve your cell phone, you mistakenly took the wrong one. Goodbye, loser! You are indeed the one who destroyed a policeman and his life. And because of that, he is going to jail for the rest of his life without parole. So that is what happened. You were knocked out by Mr. Wellington. He is a man who lives on his pride and self-image alone. And in order to hide his involvement with the con artists group, he has become paranoid and has lost all ability to make rational judgments. Then Mr. Wright, the phone you are holding... It's Mr. Wellington's, naturally. Speaking of that man, how is it, Mr. Payne? He was arrested and has been taken away, Your Honor. Yep. He's going to jail for a very wicked long time, forever, without the possibility of parole. Very well. Now then, this court finds the defendant Maggie Bird in 3, 2, 1, not guilty! That is all. This court is adjourned. This case is closed. September 8th, 2:16 p.m. District Court Defendant Lobby Number 1. That's right, Kyle. We did it. Oh, it was nothing. I know he didn't do anything to deserve this. Dustin, I mean. What do you mean, Maggie? So your whole life was nothing but a whirlwind of bad luck and failures? Since you were 6 months old, you fell from the 9th floor of your apartment building? Oh, oh my. You never won or even tied at a game of tic-tac-toe? That is pretty bad. You was known as the goddess of misfortune, really. Lady Luckless. Oh man, if it weren't for Kyle's help, I wouldn't have. But I would try my best to understand what it means. But I still got a little way to go when I try to hear and listen carefully. Welcome back, Kevin. Welcome back. That's right, you were talking about this earlier. An old lady pacing back and forth by the pedestrian crosswalk. You were having dinner at your house? What? Oh, really? I'm really sorry, but... Well, I don't think my head is that messed up yet. Well, because since we won that trial, that curse of being called Lady Luckless is gone. After all, the goddess of misfortune is only a name. That's right. That's the spirit. Oh. What a horrible day. I've gotten my memory back, but things are still a little fuzzy. I'm afraid to ask, but here goes. So, this might sound bad, but, who are you? Again? Who are you again? He does, but not all of it. At that moment, everything really did come back to me. Detective Gumshoe. He's someone I have clashes with in the past during certain cases, but he's also been a good ally during others. The Judge. He's a lovable, kind old man who is easily swayed by other people's opinions, but in the end, he always comes up with the right verdict. This person? I haven't got a clue. What a major pain he is. He seems to know me, but I don't know him. And this young lady, Maya? Yeah. This is Maya Fey, my assistant. That's right. I have so many unforgettable memories about her. For example, well, yeah, I suppose I have. We all have. I feel like I haven't seen you in ages. Alright, sounds good. All the phone numbers on my phone were erased by Mr. Wellington. I guess I have to start over from the very beginning. Okay, but actually, it hasn't even been that long since you came back into my life. And that story began on one rainy afternoon 2 months ago. That is the end for episode 1 of The Lost Turnabout. And a brand new episode has been added. Oh my goodness. Yes. Oh wow. That is awesome. Investigation, reunion, and turnabout. Oh boy, as much as I try to exit out. Hmm. By that person. A terrible car crash. Edie. I've heard of Edie Miney, or there's Mimi Miney, or Edie Miney, Mimi Miney Mo. This is going to be another one of those cases that's going to be tough to solve once again. Oh boy. And that happened now in June 16th. And I do believe we are going to stop here for the time being. And don't worry, we're going to continue to pick up from where we left off. But before I end this live stream, I'm going to ask you guys something else, okay? Something. There will be a couple of premieres I'm going to do like on a Thanksgiving Day. One would be the Mighty Morphin Power Rangers Mega Battle, and the other premiere would be a Kamen Rider Batch Ride War Genesis of my favorite Kamen Rider characters. You know, like such as Forza, Fies. Now, hold on, I didn't say it was over yet. Before I say it's over, I will say it's over. Kamen Rider Forza, Fies, and there's Deno, of course, and there's also, oh my goodness, some others I can think of. Kabuto, yes, Kabuto. Yeah, and, oh my gosh, and anything else that I can think of that's straight off the bat. So, yeah. But tell me, we only got like less than 2 weeks left of that when that petition will be, because that deadline is December 9th, okay? The signing of the petition to save family friendly, to save other channels that are, you know, not family friendly, but I mean it's generated for everybody, okay? So once you guys go to that website, signing the petition and all that, spread the word around. That is all I'm asking. Arkham Twin Days live stream will return back for next week, and hopefully we can keep going for more of this. But I pray that this is not over. Oh yes, and before I go, I have a ice hockey game I have to go for tomorrow. So yeah, there's an ice hockey game that I have to be for tomorrow, because I don't think I won't be able to put up a premiere in the evening. I may be able to put a premiere in the morning, including in the middle of the day, but not in the evening from where I'm at. So yeah, that's gonna just to give you guys heads up. But I will tell you this. I will be putting a premiere of the Mighty Morphin Power Rangers Mega Battle, and a Kamen Rider Batch Ride War Genesis premieres as a Thanksgiving Day specials. And tell me, what are you guys are thankful for? No, I'm gonna say it's over of this live stream. So once again, this is Leo Wolverine saying and speaking as always as your friendly neighborhood spider cop and your Master Chief, who takes chances making mistakes and getting messy like peanut butter and chocolate or breakfast for dinner. Because when the going gets tough, the job gets it done for a breath of fresh air. And like I said, we're going to continue growing for this YouTube, for this family. We're gonna keep on growing and growing. And so far, we are not going to give up. Because I know that the deadline is December 9th. We rise as a family together, we fall as a family together. But guess what? At the end, we do not give up at all. So Godspeed, play safe, and shalom. Remember to fight with honor, love, truth, and justice. Is that what we stand for? Honor, love, truth, and justice, including along with the K-Wings Let's Plays as well? Yes, even that, and this channel as well. We stand with honor, love, truth, and justice. And see you guys next time for more of Arkham Twin Days of Phoenix Wright Ace Attorney Trilogy live stream. The second game, Justice for All. Take care, everyone, and have a happy Thanksgiving.